Okay, I'm getting ready to do a filter and oil change on a 2021 Africa Twin ES-DCT model. And I just wanted to go over this, a couple of pointers first before we get started. First is checking the engine oil from the manual. Place your vehicle on the side stand, firm level service. If engine's cold, idle it warm for 3 to 5 minutes. Turn the ignition switch to off position, wait 2 to 3 minutes. Place the vehicle in the upright position on a firm level service. Remove the dipstick and wipe it clean. Insert the dipstick until it seats, but don't screw it in. Check the oil level between the upper level and lower level marks on the dipstick. Securely install the stick. I wanted to point this out because there's a difference sometimes in that dipstick whether you seat it or not. In this case, it tells you do not screw it in when you're testing the oil. And I'm in oil level. Now also notice that it says if you use non-Honda engine oil, check the label to make sure the oil satisfies all of the following standards: JSO, T903 standard, MA, SAE standard, 10W30, API class SG or higher. And I have used 10W40 often in my bikes, but it's the minimum specifications here are 10W30. Okay, and here is the 2021 Honda Africa Twin ES-DCT. And the first thing I'm going to have to do is get down here and get this shield out of the way so we can get down to the filter and the plugs. There are 2 plugs here to drain the oil. Now, I did an earlier video where I did the first initial 600-mile service and all with the DCT filter and everything's changed. Go see that video if you need to. This is a basic oil and filter change. Now, while I'm here, I'll also check the tire pressure. Should be about 33 PSI on the front, 36 to 41 on the rear. So I'll check that too. I'll clean the bike up and all, but it's a basic oil and filter change service here on this bike. Okay, now to get the pan cover off so I could get to the oil filter, which you can see is right here. Basically, I had to remove 2 Allen heads in the center here. Here they are laying on the ground. Make sure you can see these. There's 2. And then there are 2 on the side that get removed. I'll show you on this side, although you don't have to remove the passenger side. It's only on the driver's side. Those 2. Over on the driver's side. Let me go around and show you. Here we are on the driver's side, and I remove that and that. Then the pin will drop. With that, then I have access. Now we drop this, don't lose this collar that sits inside here. All right, take your filter wrench. You can come right here, and you should be able to loosen that. Now, do not over tighten these when you put them back on. And then you'll need a 12, because you have 2 12s, a 12 here, and you'll have a 12 here. There'll be 2 drain ports that you'll need to use. So we got one here and we got one here. Okay, and with the engine hot and all, you can see I've opened both bolts. There's one with the washer, and the second one. Make sure that when you take them out that you do get those crush washers out of there. And you should have, if you watch my earlier videos, a collection of extra washers, new, for all these Japanese bikes. And you can see it's draining. And I'm going to put new crush washers, put the bolts in. I'll take this filter out that we've already started. We'll get this filter out. We'll put a new one in, and we'll fill it. It's going to take about 4.4 quarts of oil. You're going to need to stand this bike up and level it to check it properly. Now, what I'd recommend is to get up and stand up and hold and stand the bike up and let it drain the rest of that oil out. There will be some there. If you'll stand it up, level up, or if you put it on a center stand, let the rest of that oil drain out. Now, if you watched my earlier video, I showed you how to easily install a center stand on this bike. You can see by bringing it up on the center stand, the bike is centered, easy to check the oil levels, and make sure you get all that old engine oil out. Okay, and I always like to measure what I took out. I'm right at about 4 quarts actually. That's not even out there, but it's about 4 quarts of oil I took out. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is fill it with oil, and you can see I've got a spout there, and I'm going to use a second one up top to give me a bigger mouth so I can fill this. All right, I'm going to start out by putting 4 quarts in. Okay, now I put 4 quarts in. I've got it on the center stand leveled. I'm going to start the bike, let it run a bit, and then I'm going to check the oil. Make sure it's between the hash marks as described in the manual. All right, the bike's idling and all. It's pumping the oil through the system, the filter. I'll let it run just a little bit, and then I'll check the oil. And there's your oil level check. That's a fill. And while I'm here, you can see my huge crash bars, which I did a video on the installation of that. They're holding up very well and all. That was quite an installation. I've had a lot of comments about that. Go back and watch that video if you need to. Okay, now I have been checking it, and I did have to add more. So the manual says 4.44 quarts, I believe. So I have been adding a little and checking regularly. Now, when you are checking your oil level, remember, do not screw this in to check it. It even tells you that on the stick here. It says, do not screw at oil level check. So you just seat it, don't screw it. Now, if the camera will show this, you'll see I'm right at the midway point. Or maybe just a little below, but that's good enough. That's where you want to be. So hopefully this camera will show you that. You can see it. Alrighty. So that's all it is. I'm going to put the check stick back in. I'm going to seal the bottom up and call it a job done. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like. Leave any comments.